You're about to experience something different. This is not tarot. This is not therapy. And it's not about being fixed. This is a living system that decodes hidden dynamics of your personality and the unconscious energy that shapes your interactions. If you've ever felt anxious in a room and couldn't explain why, this might be your mirror. So this Mystic Persona system is a fluid framework that reveals the shadows influencing you and the ones that, well, being projected at you. So today's focus is social anxiety, the awkward silence, the spiraling thoughts, the pressures to really blend in or disappear. But what if some of that anxiety isn't even yours? Let's pull the cards and find out what's really going on beneath the surface. If this topic resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for your continued support. So the first card we really pulled is the Phantom. So this is the part of you that maybe wants to be liked without being seen. It performs charm. It nods along. It avoids conflict, but really at what cost? So the Phantom trades truth for belonging. And but with that kind of trade-off, it really leads to exhaustion, disconnection, and resentment, becoming more of invisible, and even maybe to yourself. And social anxiety often begins not with what others do, but really what you hold back. The Phantom hides behind silence or a smile or a nod, hoping it's enough. But your power does not come from blending in. It comes from really showing up. So really moving to the Herald is the truth speaker. And now the Oracle is the Veritas. And this is the Oracle of authentic storytelling. So really the shift here and the strategy is to speak truthfully, even if your voice shakes, because sometimes it can when you're really stepping out of that Phantom. Truth builds connection faster than perfection. So really try this. The next time you feel like you're maybe shrinking in a room, say one honest sentence. It could be something like, I feel nervous, but I really want to connect. You'll be amazed at how fast authenticity really breaks the tension because everybody else is feeling it in the room. It's not just you. You are not alone. So let's jump into the other shadow that came up for this reading, and that's the Bastion. Now, the Bastion, it's really looking at the other side. So social anxiety is really relations. So who are you sitting across from? The Bastion appears when someone else is in the room that's maybe guarded, rigid, emotionally unavailable. It's easy to assume maybe they're cold, but more often they're afraid too. They just wear their armor a little different. Disguise it really as like maybe professionalism or sarcasm or silence. And really that vibe that it puts off is do not get too close. But here's the trap. When we meet a Bastion, we often really mirror it. We shut down too. Maybe we get a little defensive in our posturing. And that creates a room full of people protecting instead of connecting. So the Mystic Persona to embody is really the Sential Knight. It's a very calm anchor. And the Oracle is the Oracle, the Ethereal. So the Ethereal is really the Oracle of inclusive leadership. So really shifting your strategy of don't take their coldness personally. Hold your center, really extend that warmth, but really without overextending or without acting. So maybe try this. When you maybe sense a Bastion in a room, instead of shutting down, get curious. You may see, maybe say something like, it feels like there's a lot unsaid here. No pressure, just know I'm open. Or something in the terms of like, these networking meetings are really awkward, aren't they? Break the ice a little bit. And you'd be really surprised at how many Bastions just need permission to really let their guard down. So how do we navigate these shadows? So what happens when both you and others are in a shadow? So you're the phantom, they're the bastion. No one moves, no one speaks. This is when anxiety is at its peak because there's no leadership in the room. So either the oracle, the ethereal, or the veritas really teaches one thing. Let's guide. It's not about performance. Influence does not come from dominating or disappearing. It comes from grounded presence. Your job here isn't to be liked, it's to be real. And that realness heals. That realness creates collaboration and communication and connection. So instead of trying to impress or retreat, maybe just pause. Simply just hold the space. Notice what's happening. Breathe. That quiet steadiness, that emotional leadership, that's really the oracles in motion. This isn't a reading you consume, it's a mirror to respond to. Social anxiety isn't weakness, it's sensitivity looking for safety. And often the key isn't fixing yourself, it's understanding the energy you're absorbing and who it belongs to. You're not here to fix them. You're here to see clearly, to know what's yours and what never was yours. These cards aren't your future. They are your compass. So if today's message opens something up for you, please subscribe, drop a comment, or share this with someone who maybe always feels everything in the room. And if you're ready for the deeper work where we decode your shadow dynamics and really practice those personas in real life, you'll find that waiting for you on the Patreon. Remember, your light was never meant to be dimmed by somebody else's shadows.